Today is the first day of the rest of your life. If you remember when I was a hippie, if you remember when I was a beatnik, somebody sang that somewhere, somehow. Today is the first day of the rest of my life. And everything from this moment forward, believe this or not, can be a miracle. So I started my conversation with Bob with two assumptions. First of all, I don't know anything about business because I knew I didn't. I'd never been interested in business. And secondly, Bob did know something about business because he owned one. Now, those are very, very, very pragmatic and realistic assumptions. Given what I knew about my experience, and given what I believe to be true about his. How could anybody start a business and not know anything about business, I thought. So the only thing I had to do was to ask Bob questions, because he wasn't revealing anything from that point on. It was up to me, and I began to ask him questions out of my natural curiosity. So tell me, Bob, what do you do? So tell me, Bob, why do you do it? So tell me, Bob, how do you do it? So tell me, Bob, about your customer, about what you sell. And I was just naturally interested in following the conversation. By the time that hour was done, both of my assumptions were turned on their ear. First of all, I discovered I did know something about business, and that is that selling is a system. And secondly, I discovered that Bob didn't know anything about business, anything truly relevant or meaningful, that is, and Bob didn't know that selling was a system. I didn't learn until much later in this process that Bob didn't know that everything is a system. Please write that down. Everything is a system. And in fact, if you own a company, your company is a system. It's either a dysfunctional system, a functional system, but it is a system, as is your life, as is the universe. Anything you touch touches everything. You can't change anything without changing everything. Please write that down. You can't change anything without changing everything. To not know that is devastating when you suddenly realize that. To deal with your company in a fragmented way. Try to fix this, try to fix that, try to fix your people, try to fix your money, try to fix and so forth and so on is devastating. Everything touches everything. Everything moves or slows everything. You cannot approach anything without approaching everything. Lack of imagination. Your life suffers not because of a lack of knowledge, but because of a lack of imagination. Einstein said, imagination is significantly more important than knowledge. We're here to imagine. I'm going to take you through a process through which we get to imagine. We begin to look at our business as though it were brand new. We get to start our company all over again. Everybody gets to start his or her company all over again. Everybody gets to begin his or her life all over again. Everybody gets to invent our life anew from this point forward. That's my intention. I have a dream. I said when I started my company, eMyth Worldwide, and that is to transform the state of small business worldwide. I didn't know that was the way I just said that when I started it. I only know that in retrospect as I began to ask the question, why is it of the thousands and tens of thousands of small business owners, mid-sized business owners, managers we have worked with successfully over the past 30 years, so few of them have a dream? Please write this question down. I have a dream. What is it? I have a dream. What is it? I realized I had a dream, and that was to transform small business worldwide. I believed it was possible, and that was the reason I started my company. It was such an exciting idea to me. You've got to be determined to. Without the desire, there will be no determination. The size of your desire determines the amount of determination, but without the determination, I wouldn't be standing here in front of you today, nor would Ray Kroc at McDonald's, nor would Bill Gates at Microsoft, nor would Anita Roddick at the Body Shop, who passed away a couple of weeks ago, nor would anyone who was absolutely determined to do something bigger than life. Most people are determined to do something smaller than life. Most people want to be a big fish in a small pond. Many people simply want to disappear. I know that sounds terribly tragic. But of course, the failure rate of people in the world is terribly tragic. Why do you think so few people succeed? You understand, with all the motivation, with all the seminars, with all the speakers, with all the training, with all the millionaires, with all the wealth and everything that everybody talks about, you come to believe that everybody's doing this stuff. And let me tell you, they aren't. Where do you think the 80-20 rule came from? 80% of the results are produced by 20% of the people. Why? Because they don't have the desire, because they aren't determined. 30 said you got to have will. That's not a guy. So hope somebody doesn't run. I got will. He's at the table. You got to have will. You have to be willful, willful, willful. Got to have desire, got to have determination, and you got to have will. Determination means you will go on despite all of the negative things that happen. You cannot reach for something higher without being slapped down 77,000 different ways, because you're all stupid, just like me. Do you understand? The only difference is I'm willing to be stupid.